try that again, Marion Patriot family. Good evening. Very good. Well, 2 or 3 years ago, we couldn't even imagine something like this being a normal thing. And here we are for the 2022 Christmas concert. Tonight, believe it or not, this is the first half of the concert featuring our outstanding junior high band program. On stage, you will see our beginning band, our 7th graders who have been playing for exactly 1 semester. And then you'll get to hear our outstanding 8th graders who have been playing for over a year. And they're very excited, as you can hear. A couple of housekeeping items. Cell phones, please turn them off. Put them on silent or airplane mode. Make sure they do not go off. And during the concert, children that are unruly. We love little children. They're very cute. They're not screaming during the band concert. So this is being recorded to put on a streaming service to look at later on. So please take your child out. A couple other things. No food or drink of any kind in the impact. So make sure we please do not have any food or beverages in here. Your concert program tonight, an ingenious band director figured this out. We're saving paper and a lot of work for our custodial staff. You will find a QR code when you walk into the building. Zap that with your phone. You're going to get a beautiful colored print version of our program with your child's name and all of that on there. A couple of quick things. Concert logistics. Tonight, these guys are required to stay. Here are these guys. They will come off the stage, come sit over there. Some of them will sit over here. And we'll have a quick transition. But it'll probably take about 10 to 12 minutes or so. And then when the 2 junior high bands are finished, they are free to go. You are more than welcome to all stay and hear the high school bands perform, which will start at 7:30 p.m. And they are outstanding. But again, you are more than free to go. So, all right. Also, I will tell you this. The lobby will need to be clear and everything approximately by 7:30. So please help us with that if all possible. We hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a wonderful holiday. A couple of quick notes. Band camp. We will start talking about Dixie Band Camp. It's a big deal here at Marion. Kids go to UCA in February. Sorry, not February. In February, we're going to talk about band camp. We're going to talk about band camp before February, and we're going to have fundraising opportunities this year to allow you to even raise your money to go to band camp, which is at UCA. Even these guys on stage who went to band camp last year. Go over here, man. Did you have fun? Okay, I figured you did. All right. So, I know mom and dad, it's hard, man. My baby's going to go away for it. Yes, it's a lot of fun. We'll be talking about that, and also we'll be talking about step-up instruments. If your child is on a beginner model instrument, that same evening, Amro Music will be here to talk about a possible step-up. How many of you have a step-up, 8th graders? Raise your hand. Right, those are high-quality instruments that will help you get a college scholarship. You will find out about that a little bit later. But now our task at hand, our outstanding 7th grade beginning band. A little over a year ago, we started talking to these guys, going to all the magnet schools about how to join band, and they were like, me, I want to be in band, and they really didn't even know what they were getting themselves into, most of them. And then you heard them bring an instrument home for the first time, and you thought, I paid money for this? You remember that? All right, but when you hear them play in just a moment, you're going to be absolutely astonished. 2 of our pieces tonight are pieces that normally 2nd-year players, like 8th graders, would play, and they're very, very advanced. So, on stage is one of our outstanding directors, our head junior high band director, Ms. Valerie Hill, also I like to call my wife. And they will open the show under her direction, featuring Fanfare Noel. This is your Marion 7th grade beginning band. surprise. We are very blessed at Marion Public Schools to have 5 great band directors, one with a wonderful staff. We are fortunate to add 2 of these directors this year. And having this staff means we have wonderful support of our administration and our school, because we also have the best beginning band schedule. I've been doing this for 36 years, by the way. This is my 47th Christmas concert. I've been doing this since I was 11, so I love Christmas concerts. But I want to tell you this really quick, that we are able to teach them in these separate classes. They played together for the very first time on Friday of last week. Seriously, so what we're able to because we have separate classes, we're able to learn faster and become more advanced very, very quickly. So without any further ado, I got another family member on the stage now, and we're very proud of this young lady. This is Mrs. Kristen Shepard, and this is her daughter, and we're very happy to have her join our staff. And this is her conducting the beginning band on Fiesta on the Housetop, a little south of the border flavor for you. I was bragging about being my 47th Christmas concert and I couldn't find my microphone backstage, so tells you a little bit about that. So, welcoming another outstanding new member of our band staff. When we asked Dr. Finter and our administration, Mr. Inman, could we add a little extra staff? Man, we really came back way ahead, folks. I mean, it was really something. To be able to get a high brass expert. Miss Hill and I are both woodwind experts. Mr. Johnston is a low brass expert. Miss Shepard is a high brass expert. And then this young man is a percussion expert. So welcome to the stage, Mr. Andrew Coleman on percussion. And Mr. Coleman will be conducting a very unusual Christmas tune. You won't recognize any of it. But every once in a while there'll be a melody you go, I guess that's Jingle Bells. This piece is entitled, When Santa's Away, the Elves Will Play. Who feels like they're overworked and underpaid? Anybody? Okay, all right, good. Well, that's exactly the way the elves feel. And right in the middle of this song, Santa hollers at them to get back to work, and they're like, oh man, that kind of deal. So we hope you enjoy this very unique Christmas offering. right, so before we do our last piece, again, we want to thank you all because the support that you give your child is the number one most important thing you can do in the world. So, our children, we've always heard the little sayings, children are the future. Well, no doubt. And in public education, Marion Public Schools is the shining star in this part of the state. And we're not only good at band and athletics and academics, we're good at everything. And if we're not good, we're going to be good. So, I'm very excited about the future and what the future holds. As I texted Dr. Fenner a picture of them today on stage and told him, we're going to have to build a bigger boat. So, that's okay. That's a good problem. Our last piece, again, we're going to have a short time to get them on stage. We've got to move some chairs around. We've got to get them on stage. It won't take us very long. Get a nice little 10 to 15 minute bathroom break if you need it. Our last piece is holiday bells are ringing. We always think about certain symbols at Christmas time. Bells, beautiful greenery, ribbons, a manger, a star, all those things. But we really have enjoyed teaching them so far this year. Band, by the way, is a long journey. Band just isn't something we just tried for a year. We keep on trucking in my world, okay? So we look forward to many great years. Under the direction of our Assistant Director, Mr. Johnston. Here's Holiday Bells Are Ringing. Directors in this rehearsal are able to do more specialized training. Mrs. Hill is the head junior high director and is a wonderful educator and also a very wonderful wife. My birthday is next week, so I'm going to get it. And our 37th wedding anniversary is December the 21st. Our 8th grade band will open with a very joyous and joyful tune entitled Joy, but it's based on the iconic George Frederick Handel composition from the 1600s. entitled Joy to the World. But how can we not have Christmas without this wonderful, wonderful carol? We hope you enjoy our 8th grade band's version of Joy. Our next piece for the 8th grade band is a very, very old but very fresh rendition of a French carol entitled Patriot. Think about the little drummer boy, if you will. Pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. We won't really hear that song in Patriot, but it's the same style of piece. You'll hear some really great drumming. You'll hear some beautiful flutes at the beginning. They're supposed to mimic the lute and the playing of the pipe and that type of thing. Lute. And so when you hear this piece, think about very, very olden times with a very fresh approach. Miss Hill has done this piece one other time with second-year players, and every time, or the second time she's pulled it out has been this year, and I said, "You're going to play Patriot? That's really hard." But she is, yet again, and they have proved me definitely wrong. They're very up to the challenge, and we hope you enjoy Patriot. This past Saturday, we took about 100 wonderful 8th and 9th grade band students to all-region tryouts held in Cabot. Well, not only did these kids perform well, we set a Marion junior high record with the amount of students that made all-region. Let me kind of let you tell you real quick about all-region. You go in there and play for judges that you don't see. It's a rather terrifying experience, am I correct? But when you're prepared, when you practice, when you spend 30 to 45 minutes to an hour a day working on the music, and the band directors are staying with you after school and having these sections, good things will happen to you. 7th graders, you will start working on all-region music later next spring. Some of that you'll even play at band camp if you go. This is your ticket to college, parents. First question they're going to ask you when you audition for your scholarship, how many years did you make all-region? You can say 6 or 5. They're going to go, oh, okay. So that is a big priority. It's like making all-conference or all-state in football, that same kind of thing. But you're also competing not just against schools your size. Cabot's there, largest high school in the state of Arkansas, by the way, Cabot. And so I won't talk about that very much because we need to move along, but I am going to introduce our 8th graders on stage that made all-region, either the first band, the second band, or an alternate position. Please hold your applause until the names have all been called. And percussion, since you're standing, wave, jump up and down, do something, okay? But don't play anything. All right, good job. All right, so on flute, we have first band, Rakia White, second band, Jaylee Evans, second band, Lila Dooley, alternate, Keely Hickelman, alternate, Piper McFarland, second band, Demarius Earls on bass clarinet, also on bass clarinet, second band, Malia Starks. On contrabass clarinet, we have Patrick Rath, first band, first chair. On first band clarinet, we have Lily Clements. Second band clarinet, Justin Clark. First band clarinet, Abby Bolden. First band clarinet, Mark Odom Jr. Second band clarinet, Shania Luster. And second band clarinet, Kaylee Frazier. On alto sax, we have Sam McAnally, first band. We have Elizabeth White, alternate. Maya Harris, also alto sax, second band. And Cameron Rogers on tenor saxophone, alternate. On tenor saxophone, by the way, we also have Jordan Jameson, first band, first chair. Baritone saxophone, Julian Rono made first band. On trumpet, Hudson Hamrick, second band. Amanda Chen, second band. Austin Caballero, second band. Kelsey Simpson, second band. On trombone, we have Dylan Bell, second band. Tyler Williams, second band. On baritone, we have Trinity Smith, first band. Chauncey Washington on tuba made second band. And percussion, Cooper Riley, first band. Isabel Schmidt, first band. Corbin Littlejohn, second band. And Cameron Riley, first band. Let's hear it for all of our Hey, you guys can have a seat, good job. Hey, and also, because these are special treatments, this was real, that is the name of, let's hear it from Makai Jones on the second band. Sorry, Makai. Remember that old thing I was talking about earlier? Yeah, okay. All right, so our next piece is very interesting because it ties to the times. The Carol of the Bells, which we all know a wonderful Christmas song this time of year, it was written by a Ukrainian composer. It's actually, for years, it was called the Ukrainian Bell Carol, and it's based on a Ukrainian folk song. So if we keep up with the news, Christmas is a little different in Ukraine right now. But this is still a very powerful piece, and you'll recognize very well. And our 8th graders' rendition of Carol of the Bells. Just so you know kind of what happens next for these folks, now that all region tryouts are over, we get to go to all region clinic in January. By the way, if anybody wants to help chaperone, we're going to be spending the night in the La Quinta in Searcy. Seriously, it is paid for. School takes care of this. Order them in a room with their besties, have the time of their lives. Oh yeah, don't worry, they'll be on lockdown. We're going to that. And you're going to be able to come to a concert a lot like this. I call it like band camp on steroids. It moves real fast. And you learn a lot of music really quickly. So we hope that will be on January 20th and 21st in Searcy. And you'll be able to come to that concert. Also, parents, you can buy plaques and t-shirts and recordings and spend more money. It's a lot of fun. Then, these guys also will be getting ready for concert assessment on March the 7th. We're going for 2 in a row. Last year, the junior high band earned first division status for the first time since 2009 at the Direction of Mrs. Hill. And we're going to have 2 of those in a row. By the way, that should be a normal thing. That happens every year. That concert or competition will be held here, probably for the first time or first time in a long time. First time in this building. And that will be March 7th. And you're going to find out more information about that later. And our last piece, featuring the 8th grade band, is a classic, a medley of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. So it has every little tune in there, especially the jazzy one, which I know we'll all like, and that'll feature trumpet soloist Hudson Hamlet on the jazzy trumpet solo. We hope everyone will have a Merry Christmas. Again, you're free to stay to hear the high school band, but if you would like to leave, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And we hope you all have a Merry Christmas. students and student leaders. You're not going to believe me when I tell you this. Tonight, all 5 directors, as you know, needed to be present for the other 2 concerts. And the only way to manage all of these logistics tonight were these guys had to be on their own for an hour. Now, we did have some wonderful band parent volunteers, including a member of law enforcement, yes, I don't play around, who volunteered to come by and just supervise in case the students needed anything. And little John, our drum major, was there, and he let them through a warm-up, and they tuned on their own. So this is the type of students that we have at Marion, and we're very, very lucky that they could do that, literally on their own. The band that you see before us is one of our 2 high school concert bands. In the fall, we're all together in one big marching band, but this is the norm, and we're very excited that this year we have 2 very valid, wonderful, competitive concert bands. The symphonic band, the first band you're going to hear this evening, is under the direction of the assistant high school director, Ms. Kristen Shepard, and again, we're lucky that she is here with us, and Mom and Dad kind of like to get to have some interesting conversations. Because we've been having conversations for a long time. All right, so without any further ado, on the stage, we got an interesting programming note. This piece is entitled Festive Finale, but we're going to play it first. It's kind of like having your dessert before you eat your steak and your salad, but that's okay, right? We hope you enjoy this wonderful Christmas rendition of Festive Finale. Our high school band is comprised of students in grades 9 through 12, and our ninth graders in both bands, we have some ninth graders in both groups this evening, they also earned some wonderful all-region status. And what I would like to do is announce these members one at a time, but please hold your applause. And also, if we have crying children, we're making a recording, if we could take it. That's okay. We love children on the picture. Hey, trust me, I remember Miss Shepard at that age. Actually, her first concert I think you were 6 months old. No, 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 no. You were 9 months old, and she directed the band. It was so funny. All right. But she was not standing. Okay. So our all-region members, we have, please hold your applause, Faith Watkins, first band. Nick Main, second band. Cambria Rains, first band. Brian Roberts, second band. Please stand up until and we'll clap for you in a minute. Brian Roberts, again, second band. Jocelyn Mitchell, first band. Gabby Laura, second band. Gabriel Livingston, first band. Paula Ramirez, second band. Trinaya Smith, first band. Brianna Palencia, first band. Luce Ariola, alternate. Chelsea Johnson, first band. Zaria Bell, second band. Anae Capers, second band. Lauren Brown, alternate. Jude Johnson, first band. Brennan Warren, second band. Tamia Taylor, first band. Jekiah Teague, second band. Trevor Dane, second band. Daisy Lynn Summers, second band. Jayla Brown, alternate. And Jotavius Anderson, first band. Let's hear it for all. I get it right that time? We're good? All right, again, more times you make all region, the better that scholarship is going to look here when you graduate. Our next piece, what's interesting, guys, gotta tell you this is kind of crazy. We entered our competitive marching season on Halloween, on October 31st. Unfortunately, our last contest we were looking so forward to in Huntsville, Alabama was rained out. That's okay, we had a great year. And these students, in both bands, we had to have auditions, set our instrumentation in our bands, and we literally have got this concert together in 11 days. And I want to tell you, that is a real testament to them, because, you know, a lot of times people are kicking and screaming, I'm tired. Man, we had no time off. People always ask us, what are you doing in your off season? I went, why don't you come watch? A lot. Because in January, parents, grades 10 through 12, January 14th, load the bus and go to Cabot and try out for senior high all region. So your child should be working on their senior high all region music. Our next piece is based on Good King Wenceslas and is entitled At the Feast of Stephen. We will recognize this very favorite Christmas carol. always seems to happen. Having great, wonderful numbers in the band like this, we want to make sure every child gets their name called out. And my apologies. Gabby Taquito, also made first band. Stand up, Gabby. We got a clap for you. And our last piece this evening, I know you think it's funny, I have to go look at the title of the piece. Today was the first time I've been able to hear this band rehearse because we rehearsed together at the same time. A lot of these students walk back and forth between the junior high and the high school every single day, even in their rain gear. So again, we really appreciate them and the parents. Speaking of parents, we had a great successful season. Somebody asked me a while ago, what would you do, bring your whole trophy case out here? And I went, no, that's just from this year. And so, going into 5 marching contests, defeating 55 bands from 5 states, and winning 3 outstanding grand champion awards. That means the grand champion of a contest. You know, when you play a game, sometimes you're playing one team, sometimes maybe you're playing in a tournament. When you have to go to a band contest and you defeat like 20 bands in one day, you know, that's like a killer, right? Okay, so great job from all these students. And don't worry, we're not done yet. Wait till you see what we got coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our last piece this evening with the symphonic band. We'll have a quick transition again with the Wind Symphony coming onto the stage. What's the name of that song? Oh, that's right. Buckets Full of Christmas Joy. Percussion, do you like this piece? Say yes. Okay, good job. All right, thank you. Yeah, they will feature the percussion. We hope you enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage is the premier wind band ensemble for the Marion Public Schools. This is the Marion High School Wind Symphony, through a very stringent audition process. Students every year will audition. Hopefully even about a year or two from now, we'll even 3 high school concert bands. And that would be a dream come true. Very soon, we're going to have 2 possible 8th grade concert bands. And that way, what this does, this process, it allows students that may normally play second or third part in a band where you can kind of hide a little bit. When you play like in the symphonic band, first part, can't hide anymore, and become a better musician. But in this band tonight, it's primarily 10th through 12th graders, but you will find out in a little bit when we announce our all-region members that there are some outstanding 9th graders too, as well in this group. We will open with a piece by an Arkansas composer named Randall Sandridge. He's become a very, very prominent composer, actually internationally, and he lives over there near Jonesboro. I just talked to him the other day. He said, "Hey, tell me about some new tunes you're working on." "Well, I just finished my symphony." I was like, "Well, that sounds fancy." All right, so we're going to open with a very fancy selection of Christmas carols, and it's a very demanding, full of energy and dynamics, and this is entitled Celebrations for Christmas. See if you can pick out the tunes as we go. And people say I don't exercise enough. But I say, well, I do a lot from the waist up. Our next piece, back in the 1700s, we've heard the story for many years. The beautiful Silent Night was composed not by accident, but an accident happened. The organ didn't work in Salzburg, Austria on Christmas Eve. The minister came to Franz Gruber and said, the choir master, that's what they call a choir director in Europe, choir master. He said, man, what are we going to do? The minister says, I have a poem I've written, but it has 6 stanzas below. And one day or 2 days, he came up to Christmas Eve, and the story goes on and on. But not until the 1800s did Silent Night even make it to the United States. And it was premiered at a concert in New York. As the story goes, and it swept across the nation. And who's ever heard of the story of the German troops and the Allied forces like the French and the Americans on Christmas Eve during World War I? They stopped fighting in the trenches, and you could hear both groups, one in English, one in German, sing the Silent Night. This arrangement is very difficult and very different. You will hear Silent Night, then you hear some dramatic moments that kind of take you to a time that I hope you'll always remember. A beautiful version, Sean O'Loughlin's version of Silent Night. We have some wonderful all-region band members also in this group. As I mentioned earlier, there are some ninth graders that made the WIN Symphony. And you're going to hear about them very briefly here. I will ask you to stand, be recognized, and please hold your applause. Again, at the spring concert, you're going to hear all about the grades 10, 11, and 12 that make all region. Right, everybody? Yeah, thank you. Okay, good. Because here's the record we're going for. We had 66. We need 34 of you to hit 100. Wouldn't that be awesome? I told the band director cabinet, I said, hey man, you, us and cabinet, we're going to be our own all region. So we have plans for more down the road. So please hold your applause. First man, Allie Johnson. First band, first chair clarinet, Caden Harris. First band, Yana McDaniel. Second band, Jaslyn Thomas. Second band, Chris Abrams. First band, Ethan Martin. Second band, Kira Vesperman. First band, first chair, Cameron Baker. First band, Kevin Gudino. Here for these great Our next piece is based on, we've been to Austria, heard about going to France tonight a little bit earlier. We've been south of the border, now we're going to jolly old England. A very beautiful Christmas carol from England is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Well, this is called Joyful Tidings, and it's a very energetic twist on a very familiar carol. We hope you enjoy this. Once again, thank you all for allowing us the privilege of teaching your child. You know, we were joking about retirement, Miss Hill and I, you know, we sit there and eat breakfast every morning. First thing I have to do is talk about band. She's like, can I look at that for a second? But anyway, we start talking about band, we talk about, you know, those dreams and plans down the road, and she goes, you're gonna have a real problem. Because like band's like your job and your hobby. And I said, well, but you know, music should never stop. These guys have breathed life into the Marion band program, these students, and the future, as you can tell, is so bright. I can't wait to see what's about to happen. We have about 130 high school kids or so this year, including our color guard. Next year, easily, we're going to have 160-piece marching band. And so it is going to be crazy time. Last piece of housekeeping. Parents, some of us need to get our Washington, D.C. money called up, please. And we know the holidays is upon us. We will not have another payment due until February. Yes, we will have another month fundraiser in January over February before that last payment, or next payment. So I hope that helps. We will have the hotel information hopefully by March 1. That is what I found out in the last couple of days. So for you parents that are traveling on your own that might want to book a hotel there or close to us. What a great accomplishment. We have some wonderful other individuals on stage. Miller Owen, as many of you know, just marched in the Macy's All-American Band in New York on Thanksgiving Day. Miller and Tennille, where are you, Tennille? Stand up, Tennille. Miller and Tennille Adams were selected as members of a highly selected UCA honor band that was held this past week, and so we're very proud of them. Let's hear it for Our last piece this evening is the most popular Thanksgiving song you've ever known. You're like, what? Well, Jingle Bells is not a Christmas song. Jingle Bells was written in the 1800s as a Thanksgiving song. There is no words, I dare you to find them, that says anything about Christmas or December or anything like it. It is literally a song about riding in a sleigh going to Grandma's house. But it turned into a very famous Christmas song. Well, this is not your ordinary Jingle Bells, folks. We hope you enjoy and hang on to your seats, dashing through the snow. Y'all be very safe, and we'll see you soon. By the way, y'all do know the parade was canceled for Thursday, and we all are performing next Thursday night, the 15th. The temperature is scheduled to be 29, so we're less warm that night. All right.